Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the winky tongue emoji. You know what, I have no idea what to call this one, I'll be completely honest with you guys. I've been calling it the cheeky emoji, but I don't know what its official name is. Cheeky emoji seems to sum this one up perfectly, but hey, whatever it's called, I'm sure that you guys recognize it. Anyway, in case you guys have any more emoji related needs, ones that I know the names of, or otherwise, feel free to check out the card system and the links below down in the description for my emoji tutorials playlist. I'll probably also include a couple of other videos that I think you guys might like as well. Moving on, if you want to make the cheeky emoji, here's what you're going to need. You will need some black wool, also grab white wool, pink, magenta, yellow, and finally guys, grab yourself some black stained clay. And once you have each one of those materials right there, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I'll be making it right here, you're going to want to kick off your emoji with a single magenta wool on the floor. Then from that magenta wool, do 2 up left diagonals, so that's 1, 2. Then go up on top of that second up left diagonal by 4, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then grab your old pal black wool and go left of this 4th block by 2. 1, 2. Then do 4 up left diagonals, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go up by 1. You then want to go right of this block by 18, that's 1, 8, 18, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You then want to take this 18th block and go down by 1. You then want to do 4 bottom left diagonals, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go left of that 4th bottom left diagonal by 1. Then take out your magenta wool and go left by 1. Then go up by 2. 1, 2. Then go left by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then take this 3rd block and go down from it by 3. 1, 2, 3. Now you want to do a couple of things. Not only do you want to return back up to this 3rd block and go left of it by 3, 1, 2, 3, and then connect it to the opposite side of the tongue, but you also want to return back to this first magenta block that we placed on this side, and we now want to go down from it by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You then want to do 2 bottom left diagonals, 1 and 2. The second one should touch the floor, and then you just want to connect everything back together. And what you want to have so far should look like this. And you might recognize this. This is the tongue, that's the mouth. Whilst we're here, we may as well take care of the eyes as well. Then we'll do the outline, then we'll be done. Why don't we do it in that way, guys? Why don't we reverse the order for a change? So you now want to take out your yellow wool, and once you've reached this point right here, come all the way up to the top left-hand corner of the mouth. This block right here. On top of this block with your yellow, do a row of 5 yellow coming directly up. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You then want to do a black stained clay. Then do an upright diagonal. And go right of that diagonal by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do a bottom right diagonal. You should end up with a shape that should look like this. And what you then want to do, guys, is place a black wool on top of each one of those black stained clays that you've placed. So literally on top of each one of the black stained clays that you've placed, just place a black wool. You then want to do one step further, and you want to place 3 black wool on top of that top layer of black wool that you placed. So you want to have a shape which should look like this. Then take out your yellow wool, and coming to this right hand black stained clay right here, you want to go right of this clay by 6 with your yellow. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You then want to do a black wool. Then do an up left diagonal from that black. And go up on top of it by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then do 2 up right diagonals. So that's 1, 2. Then go right of that second upright diagonal by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then do 2 bottom right diagonals, so that's 1, 2. Then go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then do 2 bottom left diagonals, so that's 1 and 2. Then go left by 3. 1, 2, 3. You should connect all the way back to where you first started, and you should now have the outlines and, in one case, one of the eyes done. Once you have this is what you want to do next. Take out your white wool and come all the way down to the bottom 2 center blocks of the right eye. On top of these bottom 2 center blocks, stack 2 rows of 2 white wool, so that would be 1 and 2. Then stack 2 rows of 2 black wool, 1 and 2. Perfect, that's what you want. That is the pupil for the eye. All we have to do now, guys, once you've reached this point right here, is we just have to do the outline and everything else is done. Then we've just got a little bit of colouring in to do, which is always fun. I love to colour in. I have several colouring blocks. That's a lie. That's why I stuttered, because it's a blatant lie. Plus, I'm trying to also adjust my plans at the same time, which distracts me. Anyway, once you've reached this point right here, guys, this is what you want to do next. So, come all the way down to the bottom left-hand side of the tongue. You're looking for this single magenta wool that we have right here. Going left of this magenta wool, with your black wool, do a row of 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then do an up-left diagonal, and go left by 1. Then do an up-left diagonal, and go left by 1. Then do 3 up left diagonals, so that'll be 1, 2, 3. Then go up by 1. Then do an up left diagonal, and go up by 1. Then do an up left diagonal, and go up by 2, 1, 2. Then do an up left diagonal, and go up by 4, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do an upright diagonal, and go up by 2, 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal, and go up by 1. Then do an upright diagonal, and go up by 1. Then do 3 upright diagonals, so that's 1, 2, 3. Then go right by 1. Then do an upright diagonal, and go right by 1. Then do an upright diagonal, and go right by 2, 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal, and go right by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 4? Let me recount those, make sure I got that right. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, perfect. You then want to do a bottom right diagonal, and go right by 2, 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go right by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go right by 1. Then do 3 bottom right diagonals, so that's 1, 2, 3. Then go down by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 2, 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go down by 2, 1, 2. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go down by 1. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go down by 1. Then do 3 bottom left diagonals, so that's 1, 2, 3. Then go left by 1. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go left by 1. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go left by 2, 1, 2, and you should end up with something that should look a little bit like this. Perfect, guys. Can you see what we have left to do? What is there left, guys? Shout it out all at once. All we have to do is colour this thing in once you've reached this point right here. So, centre of the tongue, gonna colour that in with pink wool. Inside the mouth, we're going to do black stained clay. Inside that right eye, or left eye, depending on perspective, we're going to fill all the way around the pupil in with white wool. Everywhere else will be yellow. We have our battle plans, let's do this. So, we're filling the tongue in with pink first. That shouldn't take us very long, as my phone vibrates and interrupts me, almost blows out my right eardrum. Although, I don't think that you guys will have heard that fancy microphone. You might have done, actually. It really wasn't that loud. It used to be. I remember on recording when I used to forget to turn my phone off and I wouldn't bother cutting it out of the recording because it's like, there's a lot of editing involved with that. I remember I used to have it on like full blast and I'd keep it like right next to my ear, or it'd be on like full vibrate and like the whole table would rattle, like it'd be like like it'd be like an earthquake or something. It used to scare the hell out of me. It was the bad times. Anyway, we have filled in all of the features. Tongue's pink, mouse black stained clay, eye is white. Well, I'm forgetting the names of these materials. Everywhere else we've just got to fill in with yellow wool. I don't know why I can't remember the names of these materials. Did they really have to introduce clay? Did they not realize it was hard enough? My job was already difficult enough with just the wool. Remembering the names of colors and the fact that I was using wool was already a task. Honestly, guys, it was already difficult enough for me. Did they have to introduce the clay? God help me if they introduce, like, oh, I don't know, enamel. If they introduce, like, yellow stained enamel, or they'd call it something really bizarre. It wouldn't be like stained enamel, it'd be like yellow colored enamel, or it'd be like, I don't know, yellow sprinkled enamel, something like that. That's the next material. And of course, I'd want to use it. And of course, I would forget the name of it. And I'd be making a tutorial and it'd be like, this is the yellow, orange enamel, clay, wool. And it wouldn't end well. I can see it now. I can see that's the next wave. Whenever this gets around to being updated, I'm not sure if the PC has like a massive amount of more materials at the moment. Despite the fact I am playing on PC, by the way, I'm doing quite a few adventure maps, having myself a nice little adventure on there, kind of like Indiana Jones, but worse. Or better, because Shia LaBeouf isn't in my Indiana Jones. But then again, he's been redeemed. Have you guys seen that video? It is old now. Have you guys seen that like song with Shia LaBeouf? It's I can't remember what it's called exactly, but the theme is like, it's kind of like a Broadway show sort of musical sort of thing, and the theme is Shia LaBeouf's trying to kill you, and everybody's in like these big giant heads. You guys can find this on video on YouTube. Maybe I'll even remember to link it. I probably won't. It's like, Shia LaBeouf, he's behind you, and it ends, and it turns out that in the audience is just an audience of one. Shia LaBeouf's just kind of sat there with a tuxedo on, just watching. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Am I insane here? This is a very, very popular video. I'm sure that you guys have probably seen this. If not, type in like Shia LaBeouf musical, and you guys will have an excellent time. Watch it all the way to the end. All the way to the end, guys. That's all I'm asking. But you might be able to see that this thing is completely filled in. This is what it looks like, and it's looking pretty good in color, isn't it? So, hopefully you guys like this. Hopefully you've managed to make it both of those things. That'd be nice. If you do like it, guys, I would really appreciate it if you guys could give this video a like, a favorite, a share. Anything you'd feel like doing, tell me out, guys. I would just vastly appreciate it. I believe that I made this one for one of you Twitter followers out there at TSMC 360, and I think that the next one is also going to be due to a request that I got on Twitter. That's right, I take requests on the Twitter. The Twitter, like an old man. If you guys like it, I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a like, favorite, share. Anything you'd feel like doing to help me out, guys, it would just vastly appreciate it. Feel free to comment down below what emoji would you like to see next. I do take requests seriously. Feel free to check out the card system and the links below down in the description for not only my emoji tutorials playlist, but some other fun stuff as well. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.